right, everybody, welcome in. Welcome to the 23rd of May. Yep, May. We have a full moon in Sagittarius going on, and we also have Venus moving into Gemini. If you didn't see that video I made yesterday about Venus moving into Gemini, pick a card, you are welcome to check that out after we're done here. So let's see where we're going this morning. What is happening? What is happening today? Let's see what's going on. Some of these readings have been much bigger than day readings, I got to tell you, but let's see. All right, underneath is power. I'm going to take this nature spirits one because I am definitely feeling that some of you need to get out of an environment that you're in, okay? And how general is that? But what I mean is there's something that's turning you into kind of a monster. No offense, all right? I just mean like, these are things I never would really consider doing if I wasn't under this kind of pressure or something like that. It's turning you into like your shadow. There's definitely a shadow element here going on, and it's like making you do things that you don't want to do. And I feel like I'm speaking to someone who knows that this is going on for them. Okay. My phone. Some of you know, I mean, you're definitely aware that you're feeling a little out of sorts, not really yourself. You're like, why am I saying things like this? Why am I doing things like this? I don't like this. There's some kind of power dynamic going on that is either pushing your shadow's buttons, could be triggering you in some way to behave in a certain way that you're like, I don't like this. Okay, so I'm just getting that for a few of you watching. Trust the truth. Trust, truth, home. Yeah, finding a new direction. Okay, and one of the ways that you can help yourself right now, if you're in that space of, wow, I'm hanging out with people that I don't like what's going on here. I don't like this relationship dynamic that I'm in. I don't like this job that I'm doing. I don't like this family dynamic. There is something that is pushing some buttons. And I feel like this is across all zodiac signs. This is not something that's specific to any one set of circumstances. Okay. So the antidote to that is to just get out into nature, get away from the people, get away. You're doing too much peopling. Get away from the people, get away from an environment that is causing this kind of feeling in you. Like, why did I say that? Why that was mean? Why did I say that? Or why do I engage in these kinds of conversations, like sitting with people at lunch that gossip all the time, and you're just leave there, you're like, blech, I just don't like this. Okay, so something is calling you, spirit is calling you to move more into your authentic element, and to trust that, even if you're on your own, even if you're feeling like, well, it's going to kind of ostracize me in a certain place. No one's saying that you have to like throw a Molotov cocktail into somebody's office to like say, hey, I'm done with you. Like nobody says you have to do stuff like that. 7 of Pentacles, the 6 of Cups, the Strength card. Yeah, some of you are really done with a certain circumstance. Could be with a person who's been in your life for a long time, or it could just be some kind of like you have changed. Okay, you have changed and moved on from this. The Strength card, the Wheel of Fortune, the World, like you have really moved on from this. And this could show up, I mean, in a very small way, like going to a high school or college reunion. And you're like, these people are the same. They've never grown. They've never changed. And you're just seeing it so clearly. You're like, what's going on here? You're seeing this is a yardstick for your own growth. You're seeing how much you have grown. Okay. And that is a lovely thing. Some of you are maybe even being triggered by this. If there are wounds around, like not wanting to leave a certain person or group of people behind, or, you know, gosh, these people have been my friends since I was a little kid, right? Like there's something like that here. Let's see. So Justice, Page of Pentacles, King of Cups. Definitely somebody who is coming across. They think they're being the King of Cups, but they're really coming across as the Page of Pentacles. They got a lot to learn. This person's got a lot to learn, or these people have a lot to learn. Oh yeah, look at this. 5 of Wands, just down in the trenches. Like, get up on that rock and like beat them off with a stick. Like, there's no reason to be hanging out in this situation. No reason at all. 5 of Pentacles. It does feel a little bit like maybe you've done that because you don't want to be lonely in a certain circumstance. Like, you know, you can't control who else is being hired by a job. And so you get this new job and you're just kind of like, because we don't have these shared spaces anymore. We don't have these collective groups anymore. I was thinking this morning about like how I met my husband, how I met boyfriends, how I met my best friend, how I met. And, you know, one was through, you know, a neighborhood setting, my friend growing up. The boyfriends and the husband was always through groups, collective groups. And if you're in a situation that feels like it's not you anymore, you are definitely being asked to move on. Definitely being asked to move on. So I feel like you have really tried to balance things with that Libra energy, that Page of Pentacles. But this person or people or sets of people or whatever just feel like way stuck in the past or not with you in any way, shape, or form. 5 of Wands and 7 of Wands and 5 of Pentacles. You know, you're going to feel a little bit like you dodge a bullet when you move away from this situation. And I feel like you walk right into something really good. So Page of Wands and the 2 of Cups, you're following some kind of passion, following some kind of inclination. Some of you may even quit a job. Some of you may leave behind a relationship or a set of relationships. Maybe you only see certain people a few times a year and you're like, what's the big deal? But now you're on this spiritual path and it's like, no, it is a big deal. This is not my energetic. You don't have to make a big deal out of it. I don't think you need to. But I do think that people are going to feel left out when you kind of disappear. It's like one of those fading acts where you don't really put it in anybody's face, but you're just like, you say no to invites. You just don't show up anymore. So eventually they'll know that. Eventually they'll be like, hey, we never see Claire anymore. We never see Debbie anymore. We never see Justin anymore. Why is that? And it's not incumbent upon you to educate this group of people. I don't really feel like they would hear you anyway. So talk to me about this King of Cups, because this person is really trying. So this could be a boss, or this could be a boyfriend or a girlfriend, or somebody who's like trying to come across as like spiritually evolved or spiritually growing or something like that. And they might be, but I do think that they are. And I don't mean to be hierarchical about this at all. I just mean that if you're feeling not good about this, then that's something to move away from. If somebody's trying to grow and you're like, okay, I'll help you, or okay, let's do it together, or okay, I want to grow too, like that seems healthy to me. Okay, 2 of Pentacles, the Sun, the Knight of Wands. No, same old, same old. This person is trying to appear as if they are awakened or they're growing or something like that, but it really is the same old, same old. This person is not there, and they don't really know what it means to be on the spiritual path. They're not really part of it. It's like they love the idea of it. I feel like they love the idea of you. And, you know, whoever this is to you, they love the idea of you. But I do see you moving away. I also see you kind of like going in for a more spiritual lifestyle than even what you've had. Like it kind of pushes you in the direction of, well, maybe I'm going to go on a spiritual retreat. Maybe I'm going to do more things. I'm going to get out in nature. I'm going to remove myself from some of my old bad habits more than ever. It's like they're almost teaching you, because they're showing you contrast. Life is about contrast. And they're showing you this big contrast of like, oh, wow, look at where I've come from. Look at where I'm coming. No, look at how far I've come. And there's no shame in where other people are. I just want to really bring that home. But there is, for a few of you, there can be a power dynamic in the connection or in this situation that causes you just to do a fade. Like you're not really saying anything about it. Like, hey, no, it's all right. I'm really just not there. I'm going to keep moving. I'm going to go on my own way or something like that. There is some kind of truth that's trying to come out right now. And it's kind of important that you be on your own when it comes out. Okay. Talk to me about this truth, please. What is this truth? Queen of Cups. Queen of Wands. King of Wands. What? Ace of Wands. So, wow. I feel like you have a good idea coming up. You're going to step into a new kind of life than what you've had, because you're really seeing your own shadow. You're really seeing what you've left behind. I feel like you need to get away from this situation in order to attract in the right partner for you, in order to feel love, in order to feel on this new timeline that you're on, in order to feel like aligned with that new timeline, you're going to have to move on from this. And I also feel like there's a new idea coming through that you need to not tell these other people about, especially if you are in a business situation or a friendship or something like that. This new idea that's coming in is for you. And it is for you to put out there. It is for you to develop. It's not for you in this other partnership. There is a partnership in the future that's likely more of a spiritual partnership that is coming in, and that's where you need to be. Because I feel like there's anxiety, or there's a sadness that you're leaving this situation behind. But very soon, I just feel like you're going to understand it all. I mean, maybe this reading is going to make it clear to you. So let's see here. Okay, you. All right. So this isn't like imminent or anything. This isn't happening next week in time for Aries season. We still have Leo and we still have Sagittarius this year, the two other fire signs. So there can be some kind of movement in Leo time. This is Leo energy here, big time Leo energy. And we also have Jupiter moving into Gemini, which is the opposite sign of Sagittarius, opposite of another fire sign from you, culminating in something in Aries season. Within the next 7 weeks. Within the next 7 weeks, there is something presenting itself. All right, something is presenting itself. Oh, yeah. An ability to help others. It's some kind of resources or a windfall, some kind of abundance coming in. Clarity. Also, clarity, the Hierophant, and the Nine of Pentacles. Lots of abundance, lots of... This is almost like, this is called the Pope. The Hierophant is traditional, but it's also Taurus energy. We just left Taurus energy behind just a couple of days ago. There's something about it that it's like, this is going to make your stability, this idea or this truth or this business connection, this idea, Ace of Wands, this spark is going to be like the next chapter for you. And you got to get away from this other thing. I just feel like this other thing is almost even pushing it away. Like it could have come in or should have come in by now. But hanging around these people or hanging around this kind of situation, just kept you cycling and cycling and cycling. It's over now. We're moving on. Okay. So let's continue on with this reading. Wow. We're going to dive deep into what this Ace of Wands is. Could be a little bit different for each one of you. So I'm going to pull cards for each zodiac sign and get a sense for each of you what that could be. But I like that you're moving forward. There might also be another partner. There might also be a partner coming in that is right for this next chapter. All right. Link is below if you want to continue on with me. Pathfinders, let's just keep going. All right, I hope you enjoyed that video. If it was helpful to you, please consider liking this video and sharing it with anybody who might have a need for similar kind of information. And if you like this video, check out these videos.